So it's time to try out our new battery operated chainsaws. I've already tried out this one. And remember I was, in the last video, I was complaining about this self-tightening chain holder, whatever you call it here. Yeah, this thing that you tighten by hand. It turns out that I got the newer version, which you can also tighten with an Allen wrench. Should this thing ever break or anything like that, you're not out. So that is nice. You can loosen or tighten it as tight as you want with an Allen wrench on the side of it. And that's for the mid-size battery operated DEWALT chainsaw. The, I don't know what model this is. DCC S670. So that's nice. We don't have to worry about this coming off or loosening the chain. Sweet. So good morning, everyone. More like afternoon now. Almost afternoon. It's noon. I've used the chainsaw that I just showed you, but I haven't used this yet. But I'm going to now. Yeah, buddy. Just gonna saw up some already cut up wood for our wood stove. Some wood that was cut too long, I need to shorten up over in the wood pile. These batteries, I'm told, get hot. The 12 amp hour and the 15 amp hour batteries get really hot. A lot of people have several of these and they keep switching them out because of that. I only got the one. More batteries is like $1,000. That is not going to happen. Not all at once anyway. So we'll just keep going through this. I'm not sure. I haven't tried a 9 amp hour battery on this except for just a short period in the last video just to see if it worked while this charged up. So I guess you could probably use the 9 amp hour batteries with this too, which I have 3 of those. But I think the 12 amp hour battery would maybe give it just a little more oomph. I'm thinking this chain, because it's battery operated, this chainsaw is gonna have a lot more torque than like a gasoline operated one where the chain spins a lot faster, higher RPMs. And that has me a little concerned because the lower torque but more powerful battery operated or electric operated chainsaws, protective gear like your chaps and stuff like that, I don't think work as well. It stands to reason because the torques, it's just, the chain goes slower, but it's a lot more powerful torque. So yeah, probably should wear some safety glasses, some gloves, and some chaps when you're working around these. Even though it's really easy to overlook that stuff because it's battery operated and it's quiet and it just seems safer, but I assure you it is not. The only thing that we don't have to worry about, I know for sure, ear protection. Now that's pretty badass. I like that. One thing that I found quite by accident is this adjustment in the butt, the handle portion of the saw here. Sticks right down in there and that adjusts your chain tensioner right like that. And then your bolts just like this. So that's always with you. It's kind of cheesy in compared to the other chainsaw. Proper, you know, the nut adjusters that come, you know, your typical nut adjusters, bolt adjusters, whatever you call them, that you get at your big box stores or your saw stores or anything like that, are usually the socket type. So I ordered 2 new chains for this. You can't buy chains for this saw. That's a downfall. You can't go to like a Home Depot or a Fleet Farm or any big box store and just buy an over-the-counter chain for this saw. They don't exist. You can if you switch the bar to an 18-inch bar or a 16-inch bar, then you can do it. And you can switch bars on this to those lengths on this particular saw. So I didn't want to do that. I mean, the only reason I wanted this saw in the first place was because it was a 20-inch bar. It's true. However, because I've been doing this a while, cutting my own firewood for, yeah, a long time, I know that you can just have them made at a saw shop. You can just tell the saw shop what kind of a chainsaw you have, and they got these big rolls of chain sitting around in varying degrees of sizes and stuff like that. They'll just make one for you. It costs the same. It's just a pain in the ass, I guess, to a lot of people because you have to have them make it and then you have to have them ship it. Unless you have a saw shop. I think we probably got a couple of them. I know there's one up north. I think maybe even Ace in Brainerd near the Westgate Mall. I think that's an official saw shop too, so I think they could make chains for you there too. Although they are a Husqvarna dealership, they may frown on it. Hey, will you make a chain for my DEWALT? I don't know. I guess that's something I'll have to look into, but for right now, I just looked at a saw shop up online and ordered 2 chains for this saw. They were $24 each. It's about equal to what you would buy a 20-inch chain for at any big box store, the Oregon chains. I got the camo chaps because I'm very fashionable. Harbor Freight protective glasses, 99 cents, all scratched up. All right, boys, let's do this thing. I like that it's not noisy. I can tell you that right now. I really like that. And that you don't have to sit listening to that idle all the time. There's a big one. Let's try that one. Heck yeah. Nice. I like that. I think the battery how long is the battery gonna last? That's the question. Definitely feel the difference in torque. These are what you call nighttime logs. Yeah, buddy. Wow, that's sharp. That's fast. There's a big piece of solid oak with a bunch of knots in it. See how it does. Butter. Look at that. Red oak. Nice. Nice nighttime logs right there. That'll fit just perfectly in our wood stove. Nice. Real nice. Quiet. Love it. Man, it cuts fast. Nice. It's good. Money well spent. Money very well spent. Short work of it. I run out of things to cut over here, boys. Might have to wait till spring so I can get out there and cut some standing timber, which I got plenty of that to do after the ice storm. I like the way that the sawdust comes out of the bottom here instead of spraying right back at you like all my other saws do. That's nice. I just noticed that. Yeah, everything else looks about right. I don't need to cut every log just to prove to you how awesome the saw is or the operator. Ooh. Used 1 bar of battery life. I had to run and see if I had an extra one of these chainsaw nut removers. It looks about the same. Let's try it. I got plenty of these laying around. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, yeah. Let's have a look under the hood. I'll probably be painting these bolts a fluorescent orange because I'll more than likely lose them like I always do. All right, yeah. Looks like any other chainsaw. It does have the nose grease zert right there. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I'm kind of torn whether to use that grease zert or not. Some folks say that if you use it once, you have to always use it. And others say that if you don't use it ever, you never have to use it. I guess it's kind of the same thing, ain't it? Yeah. I'll probably end up using it. Works. I just wish there was a place to carry this on the saw. But there isn't, so we'll make do with the other piece if we need to in the field. I usually have a chainsaw bag with me, so I'll keep this in the chainsaw bag, or in the case. Yeah, I forgot I got a case with this. I'll keep this in the case. This little hole right here is for a little grease gun. I just buy these Oregon brand, made in Germany. And you just squish a little grease until you see it coming around the tips of it here. See how it's coming out the top there, like that? That's all you need. This doesn't, usually on the gasoline operated ones, you can push this chain back and forth and kind of move the grease in a little bit by hand. But this moves, but it's not as easy. See that? We'll leave that in our case with our new chainsaw, new used chainsaw socket. Alright guys, enough with the chainsaw thing. I have one last piece of steel, 5x5 square tubing. I gave those last two birdhouses I made away to friends. Family and friends. So now I'm stuck without one. I don't have one for myself, and I need one. I have an idea, so I'm going to make one more birdhouse for myself. Much the same way as we made the second one in the last birdhouse video, where I'm going to leave the back plate on it and not have to make a hanging hook. This time, however, I was smart enough to put the welded side on the back. So I've been running around the yard, just cutting all the wood I could find. The only problem with it is there's still like a foot of snow on the ground. It's true. I keep clearing the snow, but on the areas that I haven't cleared the snow, it's still a foot, minimum of a foot, and that's a pain in the ass. That's the only problem with consistent snowfall. We're expecting another 6 inches. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. I can't wait. That's good. In the meantime, I gave away a couple of those two birdhouses I built. I really liked them, but I gave them away as gifts to relatives and friends, like I'd mentioned. And I kind of wish I had one for myself now. So I'm out here wandering around the metal shop, and I saw that little piece of square 5x5 tubing, square tubing, left over, laying over by my bandsaw. And so I thought, what the heck, you know, I picked it up, I laid it on the table, and sure enough, all the remnants of the last two birdhouse builds were just laying around. So I thought, you know what the heck, I got a few hours, I'll just slap together another birdhouse. This time, I'll keep it, or at least give it to Candy. I'll hang it up. I'll hang it up in the shop or under cover or someplace, you know, where it doesn't get a lot of sun, and the birds can actually use it. That I thought would be nice. After all, I did buy some stickers, some really cool-ass bird stickers on Amazon. I was going to put on the last one, but I gave it away before I could. In fact, the person I gave it to is a very crafty person, and they'll probably paint it or treat it somehow, and they're going to hang it in their garden, which is awesome, because every time I go over there, I'll be able to let them know that I did something for them and therefore expect something in return. Anyway, I already made a video on how to build these things, so I'm just kind of going through the motions with the video type of stuff is concerned. And it come out really well. I really like the way it come out. So yes, I'm keeping it, and I'm going to wait till a warmer day, and I'm going to spray paint it. I don't like the brush marks on my work. The brush marks seem to show up when you can't use a roller. And something like this, you really can't use a roller. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and this one I think is better than the last two. So there, if you guys are watching that have the last two birdhouses, I have the best, so deal with it. Anyway guys, there's nothing going on here, just more snow clearing. Yep, that's coming up, more snow clearing. And one thing I'm really looking forward to is to actually give these chainsaws a significant workout. You know, enough with the welding. Spring is coming. We want We want to cut trees down. We want to cut grass. We want to do lawn work. We want to build something outdoors. I want to teach my dog to fetch the tennis ball. Yada, yada, yada. The list goes on. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching again. There's just, like I said, there's just so much going on here with Candy and I that we have to sneak these projects in when we can. God bless.